Right about now, we're all getting pretty familiar with the idea of a connected car. You may already have one. But there's a brewing business model out there that is actually a bigger change than the sheer connectivity itself. Let's take a look.
Most notably, it would be a car connected to the cloud via a built-in cellular data radio in the car or through an OBD 2-port add-on device that has that cellular data ability. It can also mean having a phone paired that can create a data link, but at that point it does depend what apps you are running to meet the definition of connected car. I don't think something like streaming Pandora really counts. And I personally do not include a mobile hotspot in the car in the definition of connected car. That's just a hotspot.
Now that formula is rolling up to some big numbers now, but huge numbers later, with a lot of cars times a lot of revenue and a very high growth rate, even though it's niche now. But here's the roadmap. Whether it's US or worldwide revenue you look at, both are in the billions now, with a very strong annual growth rate for the next few years. Even though the number of cars on the road is not even 10% in the US and not even half that worldwide. So that's where the business is going. But what is the business as you're going to feel it and pay for it? First of all, we start with the basic building block, and that is that factory built-in cellular data radio. Let's say that adds a few $100s to the MSRP of the car. Looking forward, they're going to have 20 million cars worldwide with these radios built in by 2020. Or if you have an older car, but it's 96 or later, you can often add an under-dash dongle to something called the OBD 2-port. Let's look at Verizon, for example. They've got one called Hum. They charge you $30 for the device, $20 activation fee, and that thing lives under the dash, giving you a subset, but a pretty good one, of what a full connected car can do. Now, once you've got the hardware, you need a service plan to keep the pipeline going between the car and the cloud. General Motors has millions of cars on the road with OnStar connected services, and that package, about $350 a year to subscribe. Audi's connected car service package costs $200 for 6 months or $750 for 30 months. And that Verizon device we just talked about, that's $10 a month with a 2-year hitch. Now we got the pipeline set up and we got it running, we got to fill it with services. The ones you know best have been out there for a while on services like OnStar, things like crash notification, locate your vehicle remotely, start it, adjust the climate, even stop the thing when it's been stolen. But newer services that are more commercial, more retail, they can run from the trivial, locating a donut on your route, to the much more substantial, doing deep, constant analysis of your driving, for example, to qualify you for a substantial insurance discount. The more futuristic examples look like this. Connecting your car to your home so they can control one another. Usage-based insurance. Early days now, but pay for only as much auto insurance as the miles you drive warrant. Finding a parking space right on your dashboard and paying for it through a service as well. Relevant food and service prompts on your dash that are all about the route you're taking. See donuts above. And having tolls and parking fees automatically paid just by driving out or driving through one of those locations. Now, if you're like me, I know what you're thinking. I can do this already with some apps on my phone, a toll transponder, and a free dongle my insurance company will send me. Absolutely true. It's a little more of a hodgepodge that way. But the next and the final big wave for automakers is to get into what they call mobility services. Every car maker has this on their corporate lips. Mercedes Movell lets you seamlessly plan a trip that involves not just one of their cars, but also transit, ride sharing, and car sharing, like their car-to-go service. Ford has Ford Pass. It rolls up a whole slew of connected services like parking location and payment, merchant discounts, and offers for where you're going. BMW's iServices, they do something similar, but with a strong emphasis on finding electric car charging locations and paying for it seamlessly. And the final frontier for connected cars will be when they touch autonomous cars, to talk to each other, as well as to talk to the cloud, to do the logistics and driving task better. Now, this is going to be in a little different technical area. It's going to require a new radio frequency standard called DSRC, Digital Short Range Communications, and that's for cars to specifically talk to each other in their own piece of radio spectrum. It'll also tie into something called 5G cellular networks. These are very low latency networks that will also be on things like smartphones, but not expected in the market till at least 2020.